Wait. Ikaw ba yung tipo ng traveler na kapag nagpaplano ng trip papunta sa isang destination sa Japan, nag-gravitate ka dun sa main train station? Kung oo, pareho tayo. Kasi 'di ba, more often than not, yung central station, good indicator yan na yan yung best area to stay. So ako rin, I use it as a reference point when booking a hotel or building an itinerary. So, mag-start tayo with a quiz. Saang city makikita ang Osaka Station? Kung ang sagot mo ay Osaka, tama. Saan naman ang Kyoto Station? Kung Kyoto ang sagot mo, tama ulit. Ang Tokyo Station? Tokyo syempre. Eto, Fukuoka Station. Saang city mo yan makikita? Kung ang sagot mo ay Fukuoka City, mali! Kapag pinin mo ang Fukuoka Station sa map, you'll end up in a completely different city and completely different prefecture. Actually, completely different region and island din. Kasi ang Fukuoka Station ay located in Toyama, sa central Japan. Ang Fukuoka City is way down south in Kyushu Island, more than 900 kilometers away. Itong smaller Fukuoka Station kasi ay located sa isang neighborhood sa Toyama na ang tawag ay Fukuoka. And to add to the confusion, meron ding Ina Fukuoka Station na nasa Nagano Prefecture naman. So, ano yung main station ng Fukuoka? Kung nag-start ka ng magplano ng trip mo, malamang na-encounter mo na yung pangalan ng train station na yan more than a few times. And ang tawag dyan ay Hakata Station. Pero bakit? Ang Hakata ay city on its own noon. Pero in 1889, minerge ito with neighbor Fukuoka na present-day Tenjin na to form a bigger prefectural capital. Ngayon, ang Hakata and Tenjin, sila yung two wards na nagme-make up ng city center ng Fukuoka City. And ito yung busiest part ng syudad. Pero yung Hakata Station, na-retain niya yung pangalan niya. Galing dun sa old name nung city na yon. Isa lang to sa mga many quirks ng Fukuoka na pwedeng makakonfuse sa first-time travelers. And in this video, mag-share kami sa inyo ng 9 more. Hey there, Tipitor! We are Vince and Josh. Bago tayo magpatuloy, if bago ka dito, please help us reach our 300,000 milestone by tapping the subscribe button and the bell beside it. Then turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our informative travel videos in the future. Kung nagpaplano ka naman ng trip or kailangan mo ng tips, pwede rin kayong magtanong sa The Poor Traveler Support Group on Facebook, kung saan nagagather ang mga tipiters from all over the world and tinutulungan nila yung isa't isa. Bawal ang pilosopo dito. And to join, just visit www.facebook.com/groups/thepoortraveler. If mas preferred mo naman ang Reddit, meron din tayong bagong community dyan. Just visit reddit.com/r/thepoortraveler. Single L yan ha. And yes, meron tayong sariling subreddit. Anyway, let's go back to the video. Mistake number 2, treating Fukuoka as just a stopover. Ako, guilty rin ako dito dati. For many years kasi, yung sister ko nakatira siya sa Hiroshima. And while Hiroshima has its own airport, yung cheapest way to get there from the Philippines is flying to Fukuoka. So, yung first few trips ko to Fukuoka ay actually stopover lang. Kasi dumaan lang talaga ako papuntang Hiroshima. Initially, I wasn't interested to explore the city because akala ko kasi dati, wala namang masyadong makikita or magagawa. Kasi unang tingin, hindi kasi kasing vibrant ng Osaka and Tokyo ang Fukuoka. So, merong ganong misconception. Pero even today, some travelers still see Fukuoka as a transit city or yung, alam nyo yun, dadaanan nyo lang. Lalo na kung papunta ng, yun nga, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Pero ngayon kasi, alam ko na Fukuoka isn't the type of city na nirarush mo. It's the type na ninanamnam. O, di ba? If you only give it a quick half day, you'll miss the layers that make it interesting. Like yung mga neighborhood cafes, yung mga walking paths around Ohori Park, and yung mga local shops that give the city its personality. Very laid back kasi yung Fukuoka. And it shines the most when you slow down. Hindi to katulad nga ng Tokyo or Osaka na parang lagi ka naglalakad ng mabilis. Alam niyo yun, yung ang bilis ng galaw ng lahat. And kapag tinreat mo kasi ito as a mere stopover, wala. Sayang, kasi marami namang makikita dito. Give it a full 2 or 3 days and you'll start to understand why travelers who love it, like myself, keep coming back to Fukuoka. Mistake number 3, confusing Fukuoka City with Fukuoka Prefecture. Tandaan na ang Fukuoka ay pangalan ng city and yun din ang pangalan ng prefecture kung saan ito located. And kung nagpaplano ka ng trip, papunta dito or nagbibuild ng itinerary, it's important that you make that distinction. Kasi malaki ang Fukuoka Prefecture. Meron itong coastline in all directions. Andito yung Mojiko Retro, na popular tourist destination, close to the northern tip. Tapos yung Omuta naman, na part pa rin ng Fukuoka Prefecture, andito sa south na south. And they are 2 hours apart. Ang Fukuoka City, somewhere in the middle. Ibig sabihin, if you intend to explore much of the prefecture, kailangan nyo i-consider yung travel times. Yung popular destinations like Dazai Futenmangu and Nanzuin Temple, wala sila sa Fukuoka City. So, make sure na meron kayong time allowance para sa transit. Kung nagbo-book naman kayo ng hotel, malamang makikita nyo pa rin dun sa address yung term na Fukuoka. Kahit na located sila sa ibang cities like Okiha o kaya Umi, Asakura, Kitakyushu, ganon. Kasi nga, nasa Fukuoka Prefecture sila. 'Di ba? So, imagine nyo kung halimbawa, nagbo-book kayo ng hotel, ang intention nyo is mag-book ng hotel sa Fukuoka City, tapos ang mabubook nyo ay nasa ibang city na malayo, pero nasa Fukuoka Prefecture pa rin, makikita nyo pa rin yung Fukuoka dun sa address ng hotel. Pero malayong malayo na siya from yung target mo na Fukuoka City. So, remember, when looking at addresses, Fukuoka City is Fukuoka-shi, while Fukuoka Prefecture is Fukuoka-ken. Speaking of hotels, mistake number 4, picking the wrong area to stay. Kung within Fukuoka City, I'm a believer na as long as ang ibubok mong accommodation ay close to a train station, you should be fine. Yung real network kasi ng Fukuoka, hindi man siya as intricate as Osaka or Tokyo, pero reliable pa rin naman and madaling gamitin. And even Hakata Station serves not just trains but also buses. So if you have access to it, you're good. Pero of course, hindi lahat ng areas are created equal. Meron mga certain situations na certain areas make more sense. For example, if ang itinerary mo involves multiple day trips to other Kyushu destinations like Nagasaki or Yufuin or Kumamoto, and you insist na sa isang hotel ka lang magsistay sa Fukuoka City for your entire trip, it will be very advantageous for you na pumili ng property na malapit sa Hakata Station talaga. Ito kasi yung heart of the prefecture. And dito nagko-converge yung mga arteries and veins of Fukuoka Prefecture and Kyushu Island as a whole. On our most recent trips, nagstay kami sa 3 different properties na malapit sa Hakata Station. You can find the links in our description and sa pinned comment na rin. Feature namin yung mga yan sa Fukuoka Travel Guide video namin. So, panoorin nyo na lang yon if you're interested. Pero if wala ka pang accommodations na nabubook, i-book mo na lang yan sa Agoda para maka-discount ka ng up to 5,700 pesos. That's 10% off, capped at 100 USD. Yung conversion rate now nasa 5,700. Just visit thepoortraveler.net/agoda or use our promo code AGODATPT. So, download mo lang yung Agoda app, tapos i-enter mo yung Agoda TPT, all caps, sa coupons tab. Tapos, search ka ng hotel, explore, pili ka ng room, ganyan. And kapag nakapili ka na ng property or room, Sa checkout page, i-enter mo lang ulit yung Agoda TPT para ma-apply mo yung discount. Kung mas gusto mo naman sa Klook, pwede rin. Punta ka lang sa thepoortraveler.net/Klook or use our promo code thepoortravelerklook. Anyway, going back to the topic. Merong mga cases na it would be too much of a hassle to go all the way back to Fukuoka City. Let's say, nasa multi-city trip ka across Kyushu. Tapos, for example, ang bibisitahin mo is Kitakyushu, Nagasaki, Yufuin, and Takachiho Gorge sa Miyazaki. Kapag ganyan yung itinerary mo, I would recommend na dalhin mo na lang yung bag mo, tapos mag-move ka na lang to a hotel na malapit sa mga pupuntahan mo. Alam ko na medyo hassle yung check-in, check-out ng paulit-ulit. Ako rin hindi ko yun gusto, pero at least kung ganyan yung itinerary mo, hindi ka magbe-burn ng maraming oras and energy sa transit. It will also give you more time to explore other destinations at night. But hold up, let's rewind a little bit. Balik tayo sa pagdating mo sa Fukuoka. Mistake number 5, expecting a subway from airport to city center. Kung sanay ka na mag-travel sa Japan, kung mapapansin mo, marami sa mga airports, like kunyari sa Osaka or Tokyo, connected sila to the city center by train or railway. So, pwede mong i-assume na ganun din sa Fukuoka. And half correct ka kapag ganyan, pero half lang talaga. Ang Fukuoka International Airport kasi has 2 terminals located on either side of the runway. The international terminal is nandun sa side na closer to the city center. Tapos yung domestic terminal naman, nandun sa malayong side. Pero ito yung catch. Yung domestic terminal lang yung merong subway station. So if you're flying in from another Japanese city and darating ka sa domestic terminal, okay, pwede ka mag-subway. Yan talaga yung magiging pinaka-convenient na option for you papunta sa Hakata Station or Tenjin Station. Pero if ang lapag mo ay sa international terminal and you insist on taking the subway, you're gonna have to first board an airport bus para mag-transfer to the domestic terminal bago ka makapag-subway. Kaya, for me, for international travelers, yung bus talaga yung pinaka-convenient. Kung ang destination mo ay Hakata Station from international terminal, just take the Nishitetsu bus. 310 yen lang yung pamasahe dyan per person. And pwede kang kumuha ng ticket sa mga machines na nandun sa arrival hall. Tapos, wait for your bus at gate 6 to 7. Kung sa Tenjin Station ka naman pupunta, ang best option mo is yung Hearts na bus. 600 yen yung pamasahe dyan. Mas mahal a little bit. Pero ito, hindi mo na kakailanganing mag-transfer kasi magbababa talaga to sa may Tenjin. Ang travel time naman ay 20 minutes to Hakata Station and roughly 40 minutes to Tenjin. Mistake number 6, purchasing the wrong pass. If magsastay ka within Fukuoka City only and magtiti ka ng public transportation multiple times a day, makakatipid ka kung meron kang pass and may dalawa kang pagpipilian. Yung una ay yung Fukuoka Tourist City Pass na magbibigay sa iyo ng unlimited rides sa buses, JR trains, Nishitetsu trains, subways, and even municipal ferries around the city. Valid ito for 1 day lang. 2,500 pesos for adults, 1,250 naman para sa mga bata. Meron itong Fukuoka and Dazaifu version, 2,800 yung presyo. 1,400 para sa mga bata. Pero, tandaan na itong with Dazaifu na version, hindi mo ito magagamit dun sa direct bus from Hakata Station to Dazaifu Tenmangu Shrine. So, kung yun lang yung pupuntahan nyo sa Dazaifu, either magte-train kayo na maraming transfers or wala, hindi siya magagamit. Ang isa pang option is yung one-day subway pass na bibigyan ka naman ng unlimited rides sa kahit anong Fukuoka City subway route. Kasama na dyan yung Meinohama to Fukuoka Airport Line, Hashimoto to Hakata Line, and Nakasu Kawabata to Kaizuka Line. Subway lang ha, hindi kasama yung JR trains and buses. And valid ito for 1 day lamang. So, dun sa day lang na kung kailan mo binili. 640 yen naman ito for adults, 320 for children. Dati merong 2-day version ito, pero wala na ngayon. 1 day na lang siya. Kung bibisita ka naman sa multiple destinations sa Kyushu Island, bukod pa sa Fukuoka City, it may be wise to get a JR Kyushu Rail Pass. May 3 types available, Southern Kyushu Pass, Northern Kyushu Pass, and All Kyushu Rail Pass. Pero yung magko-cover lang ng Fukuoka ay yung Northern Kyushu at saka yung All Kyushu. So, discuss natin yon. Yung Northern Kyushu Pass covers the northern cities of the island, including Fukuoka, and available yan in 3-day and 5-day versions. While yung All Kyushu Pass naman will give you unlimited access to the JR Rail network within Kyushu Island, north and south kasali. And available naman yan sa 3-day, 5-day, and 7-day versions. So makikita nyo yung mga presyo sa screen. Yung mga JR Kyushu passes na yan, magagamit nyo sa local trains, limited express trains, Kyushu Shinkansen, and Nishi Kyushu Shinkansen. Yan naman yung bullet train from Takeo Onsen to Nagasaki. Pero hindi nyo yan magagamit sa subways, buses, ferries, and yung Shinkansen from Hakata to Kokura. Kasi yung ruta na yon ay operated by JR West, not JR Kyushu. Kung dadaan lang naman kayo sa Fukuoka and ang pupuntahan nyo talaga is Hiroshima or Yamaguchi, consider the JR Hiroshima Yamaguchi Area Pass. Ito naman will enable you to get unlimited access to designated JR trains kasama yung Shinkansen and bus lines within Hiroshima and Yamaguchi. And yes, kasama yung ride from Hakata Station papuntang Hiroshima or Yamaguchi. And kasama rin yung ferry ride to Miyajima. If your trip is only 5 days, sobrang good deal na to. Kasi yung Shinkansen ride from Hakata Station to Hiroshima pa lang, 9,830 yen na yon. So almost 10,000. One way pa lang yun ha. So round trip, 20,000 na yun halos. Pero itong pass na to, 15,000 yen lang. And marami ka pang mas may enjoy. Pwede mo siyang gamitin sa napakarami pang ibang lines and destinations. Yung pass na to is owned and managed by JR West, not JR Kyushu. So, the only line in Fukuoka na pwede mo itong gamitin is yung Shinkansen from Hakata Station papuntang Kokura and beyond. Hindi mo ito pwedeng gamitin sa any other part of Kyushu region which is already under the jurisdiction of JR Kyushu. Mistake number 7, getting confused with IC cards. If sa tingin mo, yung mga passes na binanggit ko kanina, wala doon yung perfect for you, and ayaw mo lang din pumila or kumuha ng ticket every time gagamit ka ng tren or bus, ang pwede mong gawin is kumuha ng IC card. Kapag may IC card ka kasi, i-hover mo lang yung card sa may gate or sa scanner upon entry to the subway station or bus, and okay ka na. Ang local IC card dito sa Kyushu Island, ang tawag ay Hayaka-ken. Pero some travelers na meron ng Aikoka or Pasmo or Suica, yung iba bumibili pa rin ng Hayaka-ken, thinking na hindi ito gagana sa Kyushu or Fukuoka. Tandaan na all these other IC cards can also be used dito sa Kyushu Island. In the same way na yung Hayaka-ken can also be used sa ibang regions. Ako, dito sa Fukuoka, hindi nga ako gumagamit ng Hayaka-ken eh. Ang ginagamit ko yung Aikoka pa rin na nakuha ko sa Osaka. And hindi naman ako nagkakaproblema. Mistake number 8, not carrying cash. Ang Japan, it's slowly becoming more cashless, lalo na in recent years. Pero, ang Fukuoka kasi still has these little pockets of old school charm na yung cards and e-payments ay hindi umuubra. Example, marami sa mga yatai stalls, naka-cash only basis sila. Tapos meron ding mga mom and pop na eatery or mga tiny na bakeries, cash only din yung marami sa kanila. So, makakatulong talaga na meron kayong dalang yen. Hindi mo naman kailangan ng napakaraming yen. Minsan, kahit small stash lang, just in case lang na meron kang gagastusan na hindi tumatanggap ng credit card. Ganun. Think of cash in Fukuoka as pang just in case lang. You probably won't need it all the time, pero you'll be glad na meron ka kapag naka-encounter ka ng shops na naka-cash only. So, maganda na meron. Mistake number 9, visiting at a bad time. Sa Japan, timing can make or break your trip. And the same is true for Fukuoka. Kung bumisita ka ng Golden Week or Obon, expect Fukuoka to be packed, just like any other destination in Japan. Yung mga hotels, magsasell out yan ng mabilis. Yung mga kalsada, magka-clog up yan. And even normally chill attractions like Ohori Park or Dazaifu can become shoulder to shoulder yung situation. First-timers often don't realize how intense yung mga dates na to can get and end up spending more time waiting than exploring. If you're traveling to Fukuoka para makita yung cherry blossoms, that's great kasi marami namang mga sakura viewing spots throughout the prefecture. Pero i-expect mo lang din na very crowded and expensive yung period na to. Ako, ang favorite season ko sa Fukuoka or any other destination, well, hindi any other, mayroong exceptions, pero most destinations in Japan, gusto ko na binibisita sila in autumn. Hindi ito kasing crowded and hindi ito kasing mahal and very comfortable yung weather. And syempre, ang ganda kasi nung mga reds, orange, yellow na dahon, di ba? Very picturesque. Sa Fukuoka naman, yung climate niya relatively mild, at least compared to other destinations sa north. Pero, lumalamig din in some areas in winter and kapag summer, bonggang-bongga din yung init, lalo na kapag afternoon. If you insist on visiting in the summer, bring a portable fan, which will make you more comfortable. Marami namang klase, depende sa budget and preference mo. Si Vince, ang ginagamit niya, itong Aero Pro na kayang tumagal up to 14 hours, tapos may 6 levels ng kung gaano katindi yung hangin. Pwedeng bonggang-bongga yung hangin, pwedeng tama lang, ganyan. 1,490 pesos lang yan. Pero if mas gusto nyo ng mas mura, ako, ito yung ginagamit ko, yung Halo fan nila. 490 pesos lang yan. So, check nyo na lang yung link sa screen para ma-add to cart nyo rin. Kasi available to sa YouTube Shopping. Mistake number 10, sticking to ramen. Marami sa mga first-time visitors sa Fukuoka think na it's a one-dish city. As if Hakata Ramen yung be-all and end-all ng food scene of the city. And totoo naman, it's very iconic, it's very comforting, and masarap naman talaga. Pero if you stick to ramen alone, you're missing out on the rest of what makes Fukuoka such a foodie paradise. Ang Fukuoka, it's the birthplace of mentaiko or pollock roe. It's the home of motsunabe or offal soup and crispy bite-sized tetsunabe gyoza or iron pan gyoza. And it's one of the best places to try other Japanese specialties like tonkatsu, curry, and sukiyaki. Even yung yakitori, masarap dito. The fun part, yung food culture dito is incredibly diverse. So, merong fresh seafood, meron din silang cafe culture, and meron nga rin silang burgeoning na craft beer scene. So yes, have your ramen moment. Go ahead, have a bowl, maybe even 2 or 3 if hindi ka concerned sa calories. But don't stop there. Marami pang ibang masasarap na pagkain or chibog sa Fukuoka. We have a separate video discussing some of the best food spots and restaurants in Fukuoka na na-try namin. So, panoorin nyo na lang yun. Ito yung itsura niyan. Ito yung thumbnail. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, share with your friends, and please use our promo codes for hotels book with Agoda and use our code AgodaTPT. Just enter it sa coupons tab ng app and enter it again upon checkout. For activities, passes, and other tickets naman, book with Klook and use our promo code The Poor Traveler Klook. We have more Japan videos coming up, so please subscribe to this channel. And remember, plan smart, travel safe, and make every trip worth it!